video and audio. Hope I've got it right this time. Anyway, good morning, folks. There's nobody here yet, but people will come at some point, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm just want to say hi, good morning. I'm getting everything dialed in here in my studio that I can share more of what goes on, when I do photography and things like that in my studio. Some people have, made mention that they like the live streams and they like to see, a little bit more of kind of, I don't know if it's behind the scenes or, but me building things and photographing them. So that's what we're going to do. But today I'm just making sure that all the live stream audio and video is good. There's no echo. There's no any of that stuff. And I even painted for you folks. So when we do look inside my studio and you see me, doing some arts and crafts stuff, it doesn't look like a dump. So I did it for you all, but at any rate, so this looks pretty cool, man. I'm happy to be able to have got this going and up and running and understanding the software a little bit more. It doesn't seem like it's that, that involved, the software and stuff, but I'm just learning new things. The older you get is like overwhelming. So, I know how to take my GoPro, make some video, or my drone and make some video and put it in Premiere and make something and voice over it. But, just learning new things is always can be kind of overwhelming. But anyway, I think we're getting this figured out, enough to be able to enjoy some of the features live stream offers and share with you folks in a new and different way. And so I feel good about that. But anyway, what do I have lined up also? I've got some extra figures that just came in, or some, not extra, but some new figures. I've got a Jason and I've got a Candyman figure from Neca. I've got those. Let me see where those are. Where are those things at? Right here. Let's see. I'm thinking of doing something with these. I've got Jason from Freddy vs. Jason, Neca, and I've got Candyman. And just to be re-inspired, I rewatched Candyman the other day. And, hey, what's going on, buddy? Oh, you was just watching my last video? Right on, thanks, man. Good morning. So, yeah, I've got both of these figures, and like I was just saying, in the spirit of getting reacquainted with Candyman, I watched the movie again, and man, yeah. Man, when you watch a video from the stinking 90s or 80s or whenever Candyman came out, you're like, look at this video, it's horrible. But that's what we had, and we didn't know any different, man. It was great. But I guess I said all that to say that I got the Candyman figure, and as I was watching the movie, I was looking at some of the scenes and how easy some of those would be to recreate, out of foam. Yeah, you know what? It is a cool figure. And I'll say he's not much on posing, but when you look cool, you don't need to pose, right? You just always look good. So he's a good-looking character. But like I was saying, there's quite a few scenes that were in the movie that were easy to recreate in foam, and I was thinking I might do that, like where the oh, did you really? Oh, I didn't even know it was a real Candyman story. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to look that up, man. That's nuts. I had no idea. But I was thinking some of these scenes would be really easy to create, and like where the girl is coming through the medicine cabinet, and then she comes out into the mouth of the spray painted Candyman guy. That would be really easy to recreate. I mean, I don't know about the face and the portrait part of it. I might be able to do that, but the wall and the medicine cabinet and stuff like that would be, and some of the other stuff would be pretty easy to make. So I might do something with that. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But yeah, if you got a link to that documentary, man, I'll check it out. I didn't even know that was based on a real story, you know. But and I was also thinking of, you know, it's been a while since I shot any NECA figures. Man, you know, this NECA figure, whew, you forget how big, like, a Jason Voorhees figure is from NECA compared to, like, a Mezco Jason. I mean, this guy's huge. I mean, one is like 6 inch and one is 7 inch. This guy is a beast, you know. And I thought about doing a I thought about doing something, you know. A couple years ago, F-Stoppers did an article on me. Yeah, right on. Thanks, man. Did an article on one of the videos that I made, and it was the video where I created the coffin and Jason was coming out. And I didn't realize, had I realized F-Stoppers was going to, you know, do a story on that video, I would have dressed better. But anyway, I said all that to say that, you know, I was thinking in the spirit of Halloween that I would do something like a Jason Voorhees and a Candyman, and, you know, something about there being no candy for Halloween or something, you know, as Jason blasts this Candyman, you know, and so there's no, you know, there's no candy for Halloween, and Jason Voorhees has like the Candyman all up in the air, you know, about to about to do his you know, do what he does best, man. You know, that'd be kind of cool, something like that. I don't know, but I've been working on the studio. You know, it hadn't been an issue before because I just, you know, show people what I want them to see with the GoPro and whatever when I'm doing the photography. But see, we will see you in a suit and tie for your next big build. Yeah, right. Never a suit and tie, man. I'm always in sweats or jeans. When I'm in my studio, man, I'm in sweats. Sweats are like my go-to, you know. But yeah, so I thought of doing something, you know. I wanted to get something going, but this weekend, like I say, I've been painting and kind of rearranging everything, and I hadn't really had time to build anything. So I did finish up that video, and you know, glad you got a chance to take a look at that. You know, that's a little bit different kind of video than I normally do. I mean, I guess it's not different, but I showed a little bit of post in there, and you know, a little bit of how I pose the figures and stuff. I don't always know what people have when, you know, in there for toy photography, so I don't want to be like, oh, here's Photoshop and this and that, and they don't have any of that stuff, and so they can't relate. You know, I don't know where everybody's at with stuff, but it's cool to kind of be able to see some of the behind the scenes stuff. You know, how you pose these guys, because they're, you know, they're a pain in the butt to pose. I'm not going to lie. Some of them are really, you know, really a beast, especially the NECA figures. Man, this, you know, I had the NECA the Nun figure, and that had to be probably the worst figure ever in the world to pose. She had these skinny little chicken legs under this big old nun dress and these tiny old feet. And how the heck are you supposed to pose that? So I put her up against a tree, you know, or had her holding an upside down cross, but, you know, she wasn't posed. She was just standing there. So some of these NECA figures really suck at posing, but you find ways to work around it, you know, and, you know, make it happen. But this Candyman figure, you know, he's really, he's pretty well dressed. Well, in the movie, he was a well, you know, well-dressed guy and all, but he's got some nice shoes, and I mean, he looks really good. He's not really, and some of the problem too is I have to take the clothes or the jacket or the shirt off to see where they actually pose and how far they can actually bend, because when they're covered in their costume, you can't really tell where they bend and how far they articulate. You know, you don't want to bust an arm off of one of them or something. Yeah, feel a little pre-posed. Yeah, you know, and so, you know, but he's a good-looking figure, though, man. I like the way they smell. It's just me, these PVC figures, man, they always smell incredible. I don't know what it is. Just can't beat the texture in a NECA figure, man. I love Mezco figures, but sometimes, man, you just want to You just want all this detail, and what they make up for in detail and texture, they do lack in posing. But Jason doesn't ever really pose anyway, man. He just stands there. But I got some good ideas for stuff coming up with these guys, and kind of bums me out. A while back, I gave a bunch of props away that I had made. Yeah, like a new car smell. Yeah, and I gave a bunch of props away that I made, and in retrospect, I should have kept them because now I've got to rebuild them. But it just makes it. Maybe it's a good thing that I gave them away because now I can rebuild them and build them on camera, and people can kind of, watch that. I need to build a new coffin. I had an idea. I've been thinking about some other cool stuff too, man. I wanted to do like a crypt with not necessarily pink XPS foam, but pink XPS foam bricks on foam board. So it's not. I could build more of a crypt and it'll look kind of cool. I've been kind of going over it in my mind. I might do something with that. We'll see. But Halloween's coming up, and that's, a month I have to, get something really cool out there, man, and start getting it out there in advance and, kind of plan for that. But at any rate, how's my audio sound, man? It sound better this time than the last time I did that test? Is the audio good? It shouldn't be any echoes. I didn't realize I had an extra mic picking up audio that was on, and I didn't realize it. I didn't realize my webcam had a mic on it. Like, who would ever want to use that anyway? But I didn't realize it had one, and so it was picking up audio, and it was making that really weird echo. Right on, thanks, man. Yeah, and so I got on here this morning and did some Facebook Live and stuff, and then somebody was saying it was echoey, and I'm like, man, I don't know why. And I looked at my audio tracks, and I saw it. I mean, who would want to use I guess you would, if that's what you had, you would use a microphone on your webcam, but gosh, that wouldn't sound very good. but at any rate, so right on, man. Hey, what state do you live in? I get curious where the people are all at, of course I live in California. I live in Oakland. but I always wonder, you can look at the YouTube analytics, and it shows, where you get views from, and sometimes you get somebody from over in like Australia. Oh my God. It's like what, 22 hours difference or something? Wow. I got a buddy over here from Australia. I can't remember what part of Australia he's from. But yeah, that's cool, man. It's quite a time difference. So what time over? I think it's like what, 22 hours. What is Australia? The time difference in Australia. That's quite a ways, man. Australia time difference. I think it's like, oh, you're 17 hours ahead of Oakland. I guess it depends on what time what part of Australia you're in, but yeah, 17 hours. It's pretty long, man. But right on, man. Cool. Don't you guys have a bunch of, what's going on over there in Australia right now? Wasn't it a bunch of fires or something? It's about 1 a.m. Sunday morning. Good Lord, go to bed. Yeah, Sunday morning. Your weekend's already shot, man. That sucks. Time to go back to work. But right on, man. Well, I'm going to log off of here. I just wanted to double check that this audio was working and that, everything was sounding good, and give you an update and let folks know that I've got some other stuff planned, some other builds and stuff. And I did, oh man, on a side note, it'd probably be a minute before I use it, but I did order a 3D resin printer, the Anycubics. Catching up on my videos, yeah. Right on. Well, hey, that's a good thing. I ordered a 3D resin printer. It's the Anycubics, I think. It's the Photon X, and it came with the washing station and all this other curing station and stuff. They had some sale going on. But I bought one in the impulsive nature that I have. And, and so it should be here next week, and I want to get that set up. I've been working on Fusion, watching videos on YouTube, and I did some, I bought a tutorial class on using Fusion 360, so I want to dedicate a little time to being able to build props with that, like toilets and sinks and things that, I really don't know how to make. Yeah, right, for years. And because there's things that, like there's quite a few channels that I watch on YouTube for making little miniature dollhouse stuff, and I kind of convert them over to action figures. But there's some things that I just, like I say, like I want to make a jukebox, I want to make a boom box, and I don't always want to make everything out of foam. I want to make something, it's nice to make it out of foam, but dang it, not everything, can be made out of foam. So I figured, and you can't just buy all this stuff. I mean, a lot of the dollhouse stuff you can buy, and it's scaled to, dollhouse 112. They would fit a Mezco figure, but not necessarily like a NECA figure. It'd look out of place. So I wanted to be able to create some stuff, like jukeboxes and, sinks and toilets and, just things that, would go in a scene that, you don't really want to try to make out of foam. I wouldn't even know how to make a toilet, just stuff like that. It would be cool to be able to add into the scenes. And part of the problem that a friend of mine, he owns a few printers. He was talking about, what I asked him what the best one to get, because there was just so many choices. And, at any rate, he was talking about, there's lots of free files that you can get and, download and print. And some of them are good, some of them are not. But I guess if you really want to make stuff specific to your dioramas, you ultimately need to learn how to, create those files in the software. And so that's what I've been doing for the last few days. Also, I've been in anticipation to get in this printer. I've been working on this Fusion 360, and it is a bit of a learning curve on it. It's just a different way of thinking. It's weird, but it's pretty cool. But it's just, seems to be a little involved right now, maybe because it's just, I'm not that familiar with it, but it's fun. But I said all that to say that I got a printer, and man, I hope to be able to make some really cool props and stuff with it. Some cool axes and shovels and different kinds of weapons, that I can use for the props, Yeah, the first bunch of prints are going to be a mess. They'll have to go in an apocalyptic scene where they'll fit right in, big piles of melted goo, because I didn't do something right. But right on, man. Well, heck, man, enjoy your morning over there in Australia, buddy. I appreciate you chiming in and making me not feel so alone on here. And take care. I got to go teach my daughter how to drive. She got her permit. So, we're going to go take her around today in my Jeep and get her familiar with the important parts of a vehicle like turn signals and mirrors. Yeah, off to bed soon. All right, buddy. Take care, man. I'll see you on Instagram or wherever. And in the meantime, I appreciate you chiming in, man.